What's going on, guys? I'm finally back down at the yard to do some forging. You may have seen my little back at it video just showing you the other day. I didn't have my camera with me, so it was only a couple of little snippets. But today I'm back down at the yard. I've got the forge going in the background. I've got my new anvil here. The rail track is gone. It's been donated to my good friend Rob, who's just started trying to blacksmith as well. And today we're going to be doing a challenge that was set by Yorkshire Blacksmiths, Matt Mason, thank you, and it's to make a fruit knife out of a piece of coil spring. Now, as you've seen in the back at it video, the little clip, I have already had a go at this. This is another piece of coil spring because the first one, just all sorts of things went wrong. The blade cracked, it warped, and I hadn't really... Oh yeah, the tang was really short. I don't know if any of you noticed that. The tang was really short because it burnt off in the fire. So it's just an unmitigated disaster. So I'm going to start again and I'm going to film it and hopefully take you through the process. So once the forge is warm, we'll get this in the fire and we'll get it straightened out so it's something we can work with. Now while that's heating up again, I'll just tell you a bit about these tongs that I'm using. Sent by a friend of mine, fellow blacksmith in the group, Bryden. He very kindly made me these as he knew I was starting out, and he sent them down to me. And they're ace. I've been using mine, but as you can see, Bryden's are a lot nicer finish. He's rounded the reins where I didn't, and I tell you something, that makes such a massive difference when you're forging, because the harsh edges on mine, they just absolutely wreck your hands by the time you've been doing it for an hour or so. So I'm going to be using these, they're really good, and thanks again for those, Bryden. So now we're going to take it out of the fire, we're going to flatten it out into a piece of stock that we can start to shape. Right, so now we're straightened out, flattened a little. We've got a piece of essentially stock that we can use. Alright, it's not the straightest in the world, but it's going to be shaped in a minute anyway. So from that we've got to get a 3 to 5 inch blade, a similar length tang. It's going to be a hidden tang construction, so that means when the handle's on, you're not going to see the tang. So we're going to do a set down, isolate the tang from the blade, and try and get some sort of shape in it. So I'll bring you back when I'm doing that. Right, so as you can see, I'm starting to get some sort of shape to this. I've measured the blade, it's 4 inches, however, you can just see at the end where the rough edge of the spring was. I'm going to have to grind that off because it's obviously got a lot of cracks and everything in it. I don't want that in the final blade, unlike the other one. I've sort of got an idea where the set down's going to be, but not going to do it just yet. I'm having a lot of trouble controlling the heat on my forge because unfortunately our trusty hairdryer is starting to give up the ghost. We've lost all the control over the speed of it, so it's either on or off, and it's just burning through steel like crazy. But that actually leads me from this, our trusty faithful gas bottle forge, leads us nicely into this. Dun dun dun. I could have put the music in, but I preferred to do it myself. This is our new forge. Okay, so I splashed out and I bought this. It was £150 from someone on Facebook Marketplace who makes them. Thanks for that, Andy. It's a really nice, neat little forge. I'm currently warming up, running in the blower, the beautiful yellow and green blower. But I think that segues us nicely into setting up this bad boy and seeing how we get on with it. So I'll set this up and I'll bring you back when we have the new forge set up. It's exciting times. leg was obviously well done, really well. Getting nice and hot, so straight away this forge holds so much more fuel than the other one. There's a little bit here away from your fire where you can actually keep a pile of coke without burning it and just drag it on when you need, which is useful. As well as a lot more powerful, has got a variable speed control which will be mounted somewhere so it doesn't keep vibrating like it is doing. And you can obviously turn that up and have a nice hot forge, and then yeah, it's looking good. We'll see how it goes. Cool, so we've got a nice fire built up there. Blower's running in nicely. Has tripped out a couple of times, but the guy did tell me until you've warmed the motor in a little bit, it's got a thermal cut out, so hopefully that'll stop them while we use it. Okay, so we're back to the knife. Done a little bit of a design here. Let me just move that out of the way. So as you can see, this is going to be our midpoint. This is going to be our midpoint where the tang meets the blade. Between 3 and 5 inches that way, between 3 and 5 inches this way. And we're going to do a Tanto style blade like before. And hopefully it'll work out better this time. So let's get at it. Okay, so isolated the tang a bit more. You can hopefully see the shapes coming through. And start working back on the blade portion now. Right, there we go. It's had a bit of grinding to shape it, accentuate the set down, etc. The tang's still a bit long, but I can cut that down to size. I'm looking how that's looking. Just giving it another heat treat in the forge to get that scale look back on it, because I like that. I'm going to draw on the bevels, give them a slight grind in, and then we're going to look at giving it a proper quench. We've got some oil this time, so hopefully it won't crack. I'll bring you back when we're doing that. Our blade has been through a couple of normalising cycles. I've now got a small tub with some, this is normal vegetable oil. I'm going to put a piece of steel in just to warm it up, a piece of scrap steel, and then we're going to go for the quench, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we end up with a hard blade and we don't end up with a piece of scrap like we did last time. I think we're good, ladies and gents. I think we've got a hard blade. Let's have a look. Yes! Yeah! Woo! Alright guys, so that's the blade quenched off successfully. No cracks by the looks of it. I'm going to grind on it a little bit later on when it's cooled down. But it skates the file so far, so I'm happy with that. In the meantime, I've got a bit more time, so I'm going to carry on with a set of tongs that I've started, making them out of 20mm round stock, I think it is, just mild steel. So I'll just show you what I'm doing with those, and hopefully we'll end up with another nice pair of tongs. So as you can see here, just isolated the sections of the tong. You can kind of see on the end there what it's going to be like. Right guys, I've finished shaping the other side of the tongs. They're in the fire at the minute. I'm just going to finish drawing out the reins. I have ordered a £4 blacksmith hammer just to try and move material a bit quicker, but in the meantime Rob's brought down this beast, and it's a £4 lump hammer. think it's a B&Q special, but it's doing the job. A club hammer, he says. But it's got rounded edges straight off the bat, so it's been pretty good, and it moves material a lot quicker than this one that I got from. I got this from another member of the blacksmithing community. I don't know its exact weight, but if I had to guess, I'd probably say it's only about £2 compared to this one. But I'll just show you me drying out the reins in a second. Right, as you can see, I've got both sides of my new pair of tongs ready. They're looking pretty nice. Now I'm going to make a 10mm round punch, because this time I'm going to punch out the hole rather than drill it, which is the way you're supposed to do it. So yeah, I'll get on with that. Alright guys, so I've tried to make the 10mm round punch, but the forge is, I let it cool down and now it's struggling to heat back up again, so I'm going to call it a day for today. I've started grinding the bevels into my little fruit knife for the challenge. Other side still yet to be done. Ground the tang down. It's still a little bit long, so I'm probably going to cut that down. So there's just some finishing work to do on that. It is hardened. I'm going to try and get a bit of an edge on it and start putting a handle on it. I'm going to carry the punch on another day. I'll just show you that now. So that's that. It just needs hardening and tempering. And we've got, oh, we do have some left. We have the two halves of our new set of tongs. So from these ones, which are my original ones, let me just cover up the light. From these ones, which are my original ones, still have square handles on it. They're a bit flappy. To these ones, I'm thinking they're looking a lot better. So I'm happy with those. I've also rounded the handles as well, so they should be more comfortable. So yeah, that's that. Been a good day getting back to it. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully get this video out for you guys to watch. And we'll carry on, and I'll keep you informed with how we get on with our Tanto style blade. I'm happy with that. So I'll see you guys later. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed coming back. Give me some suggestions on what else you'd like to see, but hopefully there'll be some more bladesmithing and stuff like that going on, and some more tool making. So catch you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.